Good morning. Good morning. Jump right into it. All right. So today, there's two that I'm looking at on the scanners: HSDT, which is a new mover, and then VVPR, which was moving yesterday. Yesterday, VVPR was very, very choppy. I was watching it throughout the day, and I was like, man, this thing is just, why is it so choppy, so choppy? Still haven't figured it out. All I do know is that it is back up through the levels that they had. Let's see, Jamie 001. What you got going on? Greetings. I would like to introduce you to a potential collaboration that I think will benefit you as a streamer. Okay. Vast network of gaming enthusiasts and social media followers. Please add me to your Discord channel to assist in this. Okay. Okay. Good morning, Donnell. So yeah, starting off the morning, VVPR. Donnell, looks like VVPR woke up from yesterday. I don't know if today's gonna be as choppy as yesterday. But hey, it's another break high. So I don't know. What are you thinking about? How do you think this thing's gonna react on the day, being up this high? And I already know. Let's see. So yesterday it kept holding the ATR high here. And this is what I was talking about yesterday when I was saying, hey, it's at the ATR high at the 540. Came down there, but it was so choppy. And of course, it kind of got out of my trading time frame and I went to lunch and came back and it was here. And then it came back down and traded all the way back down to the ATR level again and now ripping up. So it's kind of catching people off guard. It's really catching people off guard. And before we get too deep into this, let me make sure that my sound is on so I'm not crazy. Okay, cool. So yeah, VVPR and then HSDT, which is kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of coming down. Let's go ahead and look at what these things are real quick. So let's go back over to VVPR. Donnell said he thinks it's overextended, probably ignore. We'll see on the open. I mean, I just hate when things are super choppy when everybody is there. Like it's got high volume, everybody's there, and then it's choppy. And then during pre-market, it wants to make this huge move. Like, I'm like, nah. Why though? Is it another bait? Because yesterday there was a lot of baits at the highs for the breakouts. Is it another bait type thing or what? Will that pattern continue? Or will this thing behave like a whole new stock today? Is the question. But VVPR is did it get some more news? Maybe I know I saw some news on it later in the day yesterday. Vivo Power announces binding heads of agreement to merge Timbo into Nasdaq listed CCTS at an indicative US 838 million equity value. So that was the new news that came out later in the day yesterday. Okay. So let's see. Merge with CCTS. What is CCTS? Cactus Acquisition Corp. Okay. So they're getting bought. What is CCTS doing? Is that an actual stock? Let me see. CCTS. Cactus Acquisition. See, whoa, what in the world? That's an ugly chart right there. Okay. What was the other ones? CC. Acquisition units. All of it's just ugly trading patterns. I don't know what to think about these patterns here. And then warrants are 12 cents. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. This company, acquisition company, is buying them. This company is only worth what, $11 a share. Let's jump over here to the higher time frames and look at their charts. They've been trading what since 2022. Went up to a high of $13, which isn't that far away from where it is now. Only a $2 drop off. But as far as volume on this ticker, not so much. Okay, so we'll just watch VVPR out of the open and see if anything interesting happens. Not seeing any kind of 100% movers right now. So we'll see what happens on the open unless they're under $5. But yeah, HSDT. Let's go and look at that news now. HSDT. And Donnell called out CXAI is moving again as well. We'll look at that one in just a minute. So let's look at HSDT. What's the news on this one? Yeah. All right. HSDT, an hour ago, Helix Medical Technologies Inc. announces partnership with Lovell Government Services to expand reach of PONS therapy. PONS, what is that? PONS therapy. Portable neuromodulation stimulator. So PONS, short for portable, whatever that I just read it, is a orally applied therapy delivered by neurostimulation through a mouthpiece connected to a portable controller. It's used primarily at home with physical rehabilitation exercise and improves walking in people with multiple sclerosis. Okay. So not a horrible catalyst. They're working on something that can affect a lot of people. We'll see how that does. I definitely keep that on watch. And now let's go and look at CXAI here. Do they have news on the day? CXAI press releases. All right, so 2 hours ago, bestgrowthstocks.com issues comprehensive evaluation of CX App Inc. Okay, so what was the evaluate? So Best Growth Stocks, a leading independent equity research and corporate access firm, focused on finding and reporting on the best growth stocks utilizing exclusive AI-assisted research, recently issued a comprehensive evaluation on CX App Inc. Okay, so they have recently, or CX App Inc. has recently caught the attention of many investors following a strategic partnership and development agreement with Google Cloud. Okay, so a lot of people are interested in CXAI, so it may be something that does, and it's actually just popped onto my scan too, just cracking over $5 right now. It's up 11%. So that's looking good. That's looking favorable if it can get on over that 5. Let's see. Current estimated share structure, cash position, recent developments, and how they relate to potential future catalysts, financial performance, and much more. Okay, and then they have these evaluations. Now I'm using NASDAQ.com, looking at their press releases. I'm just looking for keywords at this moment. Kind of like the bots do. They look for keywords in like a millisecond and then just, pop off. So it says CX Apps customers include a major Fortune 500 global company or companies in the technical, financial services, consumer, healthcare, and media entertainment verticals. Okay, so we'll see how that acts too. So we got 3. We got 3 to look at. Let me throw that one up there too. CX. Hopefully it holds up that 5 though. That would be beautiful, right? So it can get going. All right, so let's look at the previous days. Go out to the higher time frames and we can see it did get up to like $7 earlier in the month. So definitely had a big rip up here to 708 and formed this big candle here, which would be considered a shooting star because this looks like the top of a move after a gap. But this is the weekly chart. This is the daily chart right here. Big move up and then stopping right in around the mid area of this. So where's $5 right here? $5 is right in here somewhere. Wait, let me make sure I got my tools. Where are my drawing tools? Am I tripping? tools, my tools. Yeah. Okay, not gonna give me my tools. Cool. We'll work with that. All right, so $5 here. 87. It's kind of like the 502 level. I guess I could move that down to exactly 5, but it really doesn't matter. We're looking for an area, not an actual exact price, but it is a price that people do look at to trade. So we'll see how that does out of the open. And yesterday it traded down quite a bit. Found this potential bottom here around 417-ish and popped back up. So yeah, a lot of interesting moves today. HSDT continuing to rest on this bottom value level, which is right under the 712 at $7. That's a whole dollar level. VVPR continuing to push the limits, continuing to push. Looks like it's going to do a little breakout here, 860s. So Donnell may be right on this one. He said that this thing is looking extended. We'll see on the open what actually happens. I need to see why my tools. Okay, they're my tools. What? Bruh, now my tools are there. When I need you, you're not there. Okay. But yeah, back over to VVPR. Good morning, GD. So VVPR yesterday, man, oh, we got another one. LGVC. Ooh, I like that one. Low float. Okay. Let's go check this one out. So this one, this has a good ATR. This is moved from $14 up to $31. Okay. Up 82%. Right around the $20 level here. Things are looking nice on this one. Okay, so we got 4 stocks to watch. We watching VVPR, HSDT, CXAI if it can hold over 5, and then LGVC coming in. It's only got 1 million shares traded on it. I like. Let me move this down a little bit. So 4 stocks there. This is the scans that I'm looking at right now. Got these 4 up here. And these are the top 4 pretty much in the volume right now. All of them are low floats. So we got to really decipher which one is going to be the one. But LGVC up 84%. If it can give some good range, this thing could be very, very beautiful. Get a nice little dollar move or something like that. I mean, it went from $14 to $30. So I think $1 is possible, right? Let's go and look at the higher time frame on this one, though. Ugh. Oof. Now this higher time frame look. Wow. Okay, so it's pretty much just in open skies up here, huh? Being at 20, it closed around $10 and is opening like way, way, way higher. So very bullish move. I like that. Yeah, there's nothing up there. It's just clear skies. So LGVC looking very interesting today. Let's go look at some news though on this one before we just go head over heels for it. LGVC. Press releases. 17 hours ago, LAMF Global Ventures Corp 1 shareholders approved previously announced business combination with Nuvo Group Limited. So a bunch of business combinations right before taxes and all that. So interesting. But this was 17 hours ago. I don't see any news as of this morning, though. Let's look and see what they're talking about. If they're talking any money here. Is this an Israeli stock? I need to go and look at what these profiles too. Let's see. So Nuvo. Limited liability company, laws of the state of Israel. Voters representing 93. Okay, let's look at. All right, so it says in ordinary shares, LAMF LAMF Class A ordinary shares exercise their right to redeem their shares for approximately $11.03. So it is well above $11.03. We'll see on this one. I'm just gonna have to see. It doesn't really didn't really see any catalyst. We're just gonna have to decipher on these, I guess, because kind of weird. Let me look at some of these profiles, LGBC, to see what they actually do. All right, profile. Um, does not have significant operations. It intends to effect a merger, share exchange, asset acquisition, share purchase, reorganization, or similar business combination with one or more businesses or entities. The company focuses to acquire opportunities in media, entertainment, and sports, as well as e-commerce and technology industries. Where is this based out of, though? Operates as a subsidiary of LAMF. Let's go look at LAMF. Global Ventures. That looks like the same thing. Global Ventures. Yeah, this is it. Got a couple of them. Let's just go look at that. Oh, I pressed on the wrong one. LAMF. Global Venture. Okay. So this is their stock over here at $11. I don't know. It has a pretty big move. We'll have to see if people are actually looking over here at LGVC. I don't know. VVPR is where the majority of people lost money yesterday, so I'm thinking they want their money back out of that. As far as retail, a lot of people got shook up yesterday, but we'll see. We got our top four, and CXAI is fading away from $5 back down to the depths of the ocean. All right, so let's look at this. Really don't know which one I want to watch out of the open, because this one I just I don't know. Maybe it'll get some excitement. It has had a little bit of consolidation in here. Turn this down a little bit. Keeps pinging me. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I don't know about this one. It could give a range, but just have to watch and see. VVPR continuing to show push up. This last previous high was 872. 872 there. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be quite a bit of a competition. CXAI fading back under 10% now. So a lot of people's scanners won't even pick it up unless it breaks 10 and holds 10. But it's got a lot of competition on the board. LGVC continue to drop down under $20. Up 76%. Will we see something else pop up here? But right now, I think all eyes are on VVPR. Top of this value level all the way up to the 917. Bottom is all the way down here to 592. And at this point, it's so far away from the 5. Everybody wants to trade at prop traders and everybody. So we'll see who wins out come into the open. We have about 12 minutes left to the open. Will it continue to push higher? 865s. Previous high was 872. It's right there at it. Will it hit the 70s? 71. Okay. Hit 71 there. Okay, it hit 72. And it wants to go a little bit higher, huh? See if it'll break the 75 and go on to $9. I think Donnell's synapses diagnosis of this is becoming more and more clear. It is very, very extended, moving from $4 all the way up here to 8. That's a $4 move. Yesterday it was chopping around maybe like back and forth, maybe 50 cents or so. The ATR on this, we can look from yesterday, was 56 cents. All of these ATRs are pretty low right now. We'll see what the new calculation for the ATRs are. It doesn't calculate until the market opens, so we'll get new numbers here and we'll see what is actually having the range that we like, and what also the relative volume and relative standard deviation. So we want to find stocks that are abnormal. That's how you get abnormal payouts, right? Trade things that are abnormal. All of the catalysts are kind of like collaborations and partnerships. So it seems like a theme in the market for collaborations and partnerships. So I wouldn't count any of them out because of weak catalysts, because all of them are around the same thing and they're all moving. So I would just be watchful and see what opportunities show up, because it seems like a theme right now. All right. CXAI. HSDT holding a little bit of this value area here right at the $7 whole dollar level. VVPR up to 9. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is like a pre-market parabolic move. Now, remember, if we look back at yesterday, it did this same type of move during its open. If I pan, zoom in a little bit, pan back. Yesterday during pre-market, it had somewhat of a parabolic move during pre-market as well. Open with a little bit of higher push out, and then kind of just was a chop factory. So I want to see what's going to happen if it opens this high instead of opening low and exploding up, starting from an explosion point. We got about 8 minutes to the bell. LGVC, not a whole lot. So yeah, I'm thinking we're watching the right ones, but VVPR is leading the day right now. Now that doesn't. Oh, let me make sure I put my disclaimer up this time that I always forget to put up, because I don't know, I just forget. But yeah, any other levels that you see me put on, any of the ideas that are here, remember that ideas can always change in the market depending on the price action, because we trade price action, right? Um, we are trying to find a edge in the market where we can manage risk to allow price action to work for us. So, when it comes to coming up with a thesis, coming up with a reason to trade, that's pretty much what we want to do first before we just go and do it. Now, if you have a 30-minute strategy, some people come in the first 15 minutes, they're looking to make all their money in the day, or the first 30 minutes, right? So if you have a strategy for that, cool. You'll see me look at my 15 minutes. The thing is, I'm using 15-minute candles. So a lot of the inside candles, the 5-minute and the 1 minute, I just don't see. So if there's some kind of pattern in there, I'm like, okay, well, we see this thing going up. There must have been some type of pattern that resolved for a higher move. But yeah, Trading the 15 minute is a little bit slower, but the moves are more potent. If something sets up and it's telling you, hey, I'm going up, uh, shorts might want to get out the way. Is all I'm saying. But yeah, we're gonna see on the open. And there's so many different trading styles as well. Like me, I wait the first 30 minutes. Some people are done trading in the day in the first 30 minutes. Me and Donnell, we were talking about this yesterday. And he was like, yeah, I gotta start attacking that open again. So hey, here's the open. We have movers, and if you got that juice, might as well squeeze it, right? But yeah, manage the risk and make that money. Really, for me, I just need to start, get a cushion on the month, and work from there. And so I'm trying to be patient and wait for, some viable catalyst and something that meets my criteria, so I can get that cushion. Start the month off good, and it's kind of like a free flow from there. But so far, all we got is partnerships and collaborations. 9/11, we got about 4 minutes left to the bell. But some of the key factors that I look for in trades, definitely the ATR, average true range. I use the RVOL, relative volume, to see how many multiples are of a stock is being trading compared to normal. So is it 5 times the norm? Is it 20 times the norm? Yesterday, VVPR was 2,000 times the normal trading volume. So, that is very abnormal. And also the relative standard deviation. So I kind of use a whole bunch of statistical analysis to take a trade. But who is this? Let's see who this is. Monday. For I'll get to it. But yeah, looking for, let's see, where we at? I'm getting dings over here, you know. Morning calls. I check the emails and all that stuff in a minute. CXAI continues to fade down, only up 5% now. So I don't think many scanners are going to be picking up a low float that's up 5% over these other three. So we'll see. Maybe it pops back up, maybe it does something, but the probability is kind of low. So hump day is looking very, very spicy as of now. All right. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. It's always these extended plays, coming into the open. It's like time slows down. It's like, and it just kind of starts moving. I don't know. I just feel weird when things are super extended right at the open. But hey, let's see if money will be made if this thing can go ahead and push back over a 9 and hit the top of this value level, which is at 10, or actually right under the 10. That's the top value level. Or will it come down to the bottom value level here of 750s? So either or, we'll see. This thing has such a big range on LGVC though. I mean, I literally just looked over here. It's at $20 and now it's back to 1874. That is volatility. If something's just super choppy, I don't really consider it volatile. What I consider volatile is big, and it's back over 19. What? Yeah, LGVC it's got some crazy range. We just got the open VVPR. ATR has just entered. ATR high is 959 up here. ATR low is the 856. And we can look at our statistical values now. So looking over here on the RVOL relative volume, LGVC is 34 times the norm. VVPR is only 5 times, HSDT 11 times. So the most abnormal is HSDT and LGVC. So I definitely be watching these. Maybe for a break back over 20, LGVC may give, but I'll just watch and see. We need some more volume over here, though. It's definitely abnormal, and it's got ATR above $1. So interesting. I'll keep my eye on it. VVPR pushing up to this ATR high here of 936. Got a nice tap there. So does it need to tap both sides? We'll see. Got a nice tap. Staying away from that ATR low though. For now. Looking at the buy sell indicator, about 50-50. Let's see if buyers will take control or will sellers take control. Okay. A little bit more selling coming in. There's sellers taking control there. 79%. Will it go back to 50? Yep, 50-50 again. So it's just a war zone. You know, you really don't know until the candle closes for you. Oh boy, LGVC getting back over 20. Oof. LGVC back over 20. ATR break would be the 2140, but I am not in my time period to trade just yet. So it's going to have to just chill for a minute. If it can consolidate in here and then move higher, that'd be dope. Over this level. It made a move from 18 all the way up here to 21. This is range right here. It just needs a little bit more volume, but we'll see. Up 94%, and it's into a halt at the 2105. Into a halt on LGVC. All right, back over to VVPR. Still struggling to get that ATR high break. Man, LGVC is looking nice, but I want to let this first little bit of volatility, because that's a big move from 18 to 21 in one candle. You know, this thing looks tasty. And if we look over here on the higher time frames, look how much higher it is than where it was yesterday. It was like way down here, $10, and this big green candle. I mean, this right here that's a monstrous move upwards. So we'll give it 5 minutes if it's going to be a 5-minute halt. And we'll go back over there and see what it's going to do. VVPR continues to test this ATR high, breaking the ATR high there. So this is the beginning of a move that I like, that is the ATR break and hold. So it's got to break this level and hold, but you also have to take into consideration the pre-market. You know, how usually the break and holds that I take are not this extended. Usually it will be kind of like maybe just one of these moves and I'm looking for a break and hold, but this is after some extension. So I don't really like this particular break and hold. All right, HSDT not doing much, kind of going down towards that ATR low. CXAI putting on its running shoes, getting through the ATR high, and has the $5 here to hold. So blasted from what, 494 all the way up here to 527s. So I mean, as of right now, everything is looking hot. I don't know what's going to go on, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time. Things are halting. Things are going crazy. So we'll see. Let me see what time LGBC is supposed to open up as well. Trade halts. LGBC halted at the 32.19. It should be opening up in 5 minutes. So 37.19, 3 minutes on that one. CXAI continued to go higher. Wow, wow, wow. HSDT, wow, dumping hard. Okay. All the way down to that ATR low there. Not looking great. And VVPR breaking the ATR high here. It's a lot going on this morning. It is a lot going on this morning. Getting back down a little bit. Is it going to give up the ghost? That's 2 times that it has failed the ATR high test. So we'll see if it'll give up the ghost here. Or does it want to test it one last time? CXAI absolutely in beast mode, getting above the value high level. So definitely giving some shorts a little fear factor. And then we have LGBC about to open up in a couple seconds as well, but it is falling behind on the volume on today. VVPR and everything else kind of sucking up the volume here on it. So we'll see what it wants to do here. It's supposed to open up on a 37.19. 37.19. So in a couple of seconds here. Wow. Almost all the way to the 550 here at the open. All right, 37.19 coming into the open on LGVC, right under this ATR high of 21.42. Okay, popping down there. Ooh, yeah, it looks like it's gonna break. Oh, that looks pretty. Oh, kind of back and forth movement there. That wasn't a great open after a halt. Big slams. Has ATR low down here at the 1685s. And this is why I kind of wait to see what's going on. We have a slam on VVPR. And the only thing that's holding up right now is CXAI. And that is Donnell's call out. I give him his props. He was calling that one out. He was like, yeah, this is it. You know? Definitely making moves out here. This one just went into a halt down on LGBC. We also have a cheaper one, not CT, KTRA. Very cheap. If you trade like penny stocks, that's what this one is. It's up 122%. It's 22 cents. I don't know why it's up. I don't even know if I'm going to waste time going to look at why it's up. But it is 22 cents up. So I don't know. We got a lot of weird things happening this morning, and nothing really making itself known as the winner on the day, except for CXAI. Now remember, CXAI, we really want to, when I look over here to the relative volume thing, it needs to get some more volume here as well. Because this is usually a high volume trader. That's why it's so hard for it to be abnormal. Because right now, standard deviation, it's not even a deviation out. And it's kind of no real relative volume there in comparison to some of these up here. Let me look at KTRA. This is a super cheap one that popped up on my scans. If it drops below 100%, it's gonna fall off my scan, which it looks like it wants to. And we'll see what happens when LGVC opens up. Very low volume on that one. I don't know if it's gonna be able to catch up in this game. VVPR forming what looks like a rickshaw man at the top of a move. So a rickshaw man is basically a sign or symbol that is there's going to be some type of reversal if it closes as a rickshaw man. It's got 5 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. And this would be considered the top of a move. So this candle is going to say a lot about what this stock's going to do next. All right. HSDT continue to pound down on that ATR low. KTRA going back under what looks like 100%. If it breaks down that 100, it's gonna be off. I don't even want to see it no more. The only time I want to see those that cheap is if they're over 100%, so I can see what's going on. Why is it going to be one of those super tickers that's going to go like, to 20, but it's got to hold. HSDT just kind of I'm losing faith in that one, continuing to kind of plummet. So I'm going to start cleaning up the list here. KTRA, taking that off. And so I'm left with these three: LGVC, VVPR, and CXAI. CXAI has to get abnormal though. CXAI just holding up here, kind of strong above that 5 too. And the way that I like to look at it, above the ATRs, I'm looking for bearish moves on bullish momentum. So looking to buy on red things, right? And sell into the green. But I'm looking to do that on an abnormal stock. Right now, CXAI is missing 2 of the criteria for me. VVPR, it's missing 1 of the criteria. And LGVC, it's meeting the criteria, but it just isn't really getting the time to trade. Let's look at when it's going to open up. Trade halted at the 38 on the dot. So that will be the 43 when it opens up, which is like now. Yep, just opened up, popped back up there a little bit. And yeah, has this low here. And I don't know what this thing is going to do. I'm just going to have to wait. It's at 20 right now. I mean, 20 could be a spot, but I'm going to give it time just in case. Did it go into another halt? Very crazy moves under that 20 though. But it has been stair-stepping down. So I don't know if it can explode out of here. That would be a weird explosion, but I mean, it may. That high is at 21.45 on the ATR high. We need to break and hold that. All right, back over to VVPR, showing more body towards the downside, towards that ATR low. And CXAI doing the same thing. But there's no pattern here, is what I'm saying, on LGVC. Like nothing. It's kind of like consolidation, a little bit of drop, and then more consolidation. We needed to make a decision on which way it's going to go. VVPR just staying in this indecisive doji at the top. All right, CXAI finally pulling back towards that $5. Y'all already know if it goes up, we got another one popping up. ABIO. ABIO. Lori with the call out on that one. I just saw it pop in. I was like, wait a minute. Something just broke 100. All right, ABIO up 100 something percent. Let's look at the if it has a catalyst. Press release. 2 hours ago, Arca Biofarm. It's a merger. Another. See, this is a theme in the market. All of these mergers and collaborations. It's a theme. So, yeah, let's see what comes out and who wants to be the one, right? LGVC big drop back down to 1791, but this one has the most range, and it's probably the one that I'll be looking to see if it can actually test that ATR high. Yeah. No. Okay. But yeah, ABIO ripping above that ATR high. ATR high right now is 321. It's 40 cents above the ATR. And let's look at the relative volume on this one. It is 800 times its normal, and the relative standard. So it's abnormal, definitely. Does have a smaller ATR in comparison to some of these other ones. And a lot of times people are like, man, what is ATR? What is this thing? It's how volatile a stock can be. And usually with small caps, they can go beyond that volatility, right? So if the ATR is like 20 cents, maybe you'll see it go like maybe 40 cents if it really gets volatile based on its ATR. But one of these like LGVC, you may be up $3-4 and it's not even volatile yet. It's just playing around, right? So it's like, how much volatility can you deal with? CX AI hovering above the 5, only up 17% now. VVPR finally closed this candle as a doji candle, which is still an indicator for a reversal, especially at the top of a move. All right. So just kind of hanging around, waiting around to see what happens next. ABIO, man. Let me look at the larger time frames on ABIO. ABIO got beat down for a while. What is that out there? I don't want that out there. Let's see this purple line. Simple moving. That's irrelevant. Is it out here too? Nope. Okay. All right, but yeah. Got beat down for a while and blowing some of the shorts out on this little run up. I forgot to. Oh, this is another collaboration merger. Yeah. So a lot of collaborations and mergers on today. Just trying to see if any of them will play ball for us. What is this one that just popped in? VNDA. VNDA up 32%. Another one doing an ATR breakout. Man, I'm just seeing too many breakouts and trying to hold, man. It's a lot of them. Which one do I and they're over 5. So it's like which one do I deal with? Okay, so let's throw this one up there then. VNDA, it is meeting some of the criteria. Oh, it has a smaller ATR. That's what it is. That 20 cents ATR. So the way that I use ATR to calculate my stop losses is I'm trying to get 25% of the ATR as my first stop. So let's say if the ATR is, let's say 20 something cents. So we got an ATR of 20 cents. And I'm trying to get 25% of this. So 0.25, I'll be looking for 5 cents. That would be my first stop. So let's say if I take the trade at $3.10, my first stop will go in at 3.15, right? The higher the ATR, the more profit you can lock in though. So let's say if let's say I'm looking for an ATR over 50 cents and I multiply by that 25%, my first stop goes in at 12 cents of profit. And then I just go up from there, right? So that's kind of how I use the ATR. If the ATR is over $1, and then I multiply by 25, my first stop doesn't go into effect until 25 cents in the profit. So the bigger the ATR, the higher expectation you can have as far as range goes if you get into a good position. But it doesn't mean anything. You just buy it arbitrarily and you really just don't have a pattern or any kind of other signals. You just buy it and be like, oh, let me just use the ATR to get in. You're going to get your back broke. Your back broke. Okay, LGVC diving down to $15 under the ATR low there. VVPR continue to consolidate just kind of like it did yesterday, throwing those wicks both ways, getting the shorts and the longs in here. But yeah, that's a crazy dive by LGVC. Glad I waited the first 30 minutes, right? Ha 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 ha. You know, would have got completely destroyed. You know, buying up here, and my usual size on something with this type of range is 400 shares. So let's say if I did buy this little green or whatnot in here at $20. Well, $4 per share, I'll be down quite a bit right now. Quite a bit. And it will not be pretty. So we'll see how this ends up playing out if it comes back up. But right now it's under that ATR. ABIO back under 100%. It's going to disappear off of my scans. And VVPR continues to play back and forth. So this was the same game that VVPR played yesterday as well. Back and forth, throwing wicks, snapping back, throwing wicks. And it was doing it to the shorts and the longs. That's what I don't like. Like if you're going to mistreat somebody, mistreat one side, right? VNDA, CXAI coming back up to that top. Bounce down here to right around that $5 area, that control point right there. Bounced up for another, did it break the high here? High of 559, 558, so a lower high on this one. LGVC all the way down to 1474. Whew. That's a decision right there. So, you know, we like to see these stocks make a decision. If we look back over here on the higher time frame, we can see where it came from. 21 dropping all the way back down. So the previous levels, I mean, it's the bodies of these candles are all the way in $10. That's kind of hard to try to come back from there. But only the first 30 minutes. We'll see. Down 25% on from the open. Another doji looking candle in here, looking like it's gonna close like that. Got about 6 minutes left on the day. I was interested in LGVC, but after waiting the whole period of 30 minutes, you know, I kind of lost my taste for that one. Don't really want too much blood in my mouth, but we'll see. Things could change later on in the day, especially with the range that it's showing. All right, $9, $10. Okay. So this one, multiple dojis always mess people up as well. It's just a lot of indecision, but it looks like, can it get under this previous low of this candle, 865? Break towards that 850. VNDA losing all of its volume here, moving very slowly up here. I don't think I looked at any catalysts on that one. Let me go see. VNDA. 15 hours ago, receives US FDA approval for the acute treatment of bipolar 1 disorder. Okay. So they got an FDA approval. That's like the first one that we've seen that's not a collaboration or a partnership. So I'm not touching that one. That's completely out of the theme. CXAI. Back up to the top. They did actually break this 59, 58. No, just struggling under that 58 right there. It is back up 20% though. So we'll definitely be on some scans. VVPR hard testing the ATR low here. ATR low on the 15 minute is 843. ATR low on the daily chart is 826. So let me mark that over here. 826. Oh, come on, man. Don't do me like that. 826. Okay, so somewhere up in there, 828. Let me. So that's the ATR low based on the daily chart. Sometimes with the different calculations, it's a little bit different, but they're pretty close. You know, it still broke all of the ATRs, no matter what. So yeah, it's under all of them. And it's continuing down towards the $8. Remember, under the ATR, I kind of have, I'm like, we're looking for bullish action on bearish momentum. We know that we're basically going downwards, and we're, you know, trying to trade on those green candles of strength or covering. LGV has not unhalted yet. And CX ABIO still doing its thing. Yeah. It tapped the ATR high there, 350. And looks like it's trying to do bullish behavior. So this was a red candle down to the ATR. Now, of course, out of my price range, but it did the ATR tap, right? So let's see how it holds and if it can break over 370 would be the break point on that one. Still up 104%. Okay. Okay. PR. VVPR. VNDA. Just some really, really weird moves today, man. These things are everywhere. It's funny, you know. It's only funny because I haven't hit the buy button or on anything, so you know that's why it's funny. No other reason. VNDA has grown its ATR from 20 to 27. So increase this ATR for about 7 cents with this little move up here that it's doing. Then CXAI, this is coming into the close. So this is pretty much where I am like, okay, let me just do a final analysis and see if I'm going to end up touching any of these stocks. Wow. LGVC all the way down to 1278, all the way back down into where it came from. Into, wow, that is a large move down there. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And the ATR low here is at 16. So it can move back up $3, but man, after this candle right here, that's just not a good look. All right, CXAI still holding high as well. Did not end up doing a little breakout here. Let me see, 559. Yeah, it did. It broke a little bit up here to 561, but a very small breakout on that one. And then VNDA continued to climb into the, well, it's above the value level now. Interesting. That's insane how what it looked like in pre-market just transitioned so quickly to just, wow, it just switched up. Things that wasn't even moving in pre-market have come and become the ones on the day. It's AB. ACB, I see that one. It's only up 15% though. Not super. And the other thing is these aren't even abnormal. Like CXAI still isn't abnormal, even after all of this movement. VVPR isn't abnormal. Like, why can't they just be abnormal, bro? 550s. Wow. LGVC is a murderer. Oh my gosh, bro. This thing may go back to 11. We saw in the documentation that we read on it that the price was like $11. Oh my gosh, bro. No way it's gonna go lower than this, right? No way. What's this? 1393 down here to 1250. Oh my gosh, man. That's insane. 1258. Only up 17% too. Popping back up to the 13. So some type of buyers coming in there, but I don't know, man. That's crazy. Oh, it is time for me to go. That's what that message was. All right. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll continue looking around in the market today. I do have a Discord. The Discord should have been dropped in there already. It is. Definitely, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, you could definitely come in there. But I got to get to this meeting. I just saw they're messaging me. They're already in there. All right, so I'm going to see you guys. If you're going to continue to trade, definitely keep your head on a swivel, form your thesis, know what you're looking for, looking at, and, attack the market if it's worth attacking, right? So definitely be careful. And as always, I will see you guys. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I will see you guys on Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I just can't stream. I'm super busy. So yeah, that is it for me. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.